So in this video, guys, let's talk about dealing with difficult people, annoying people, toxic, narcissistic people, all those kind of people that, whether you're spiritual or not, are a bane on our existence. And that's the question I had many years ago getting into spirituality. I'm thinking, these teachings are about love, understanding, compassion, peace. Does that mean I'm meant to go around this reality limp-wristed, letting people do what they want, be a pushover, enabling bad behavior? And no, it does not. And who am I going to use as the main theme of this video? As I mostly always do, Sri Ramakrishna. Let's use some lessons from Sri Ramakrishna. 3 lines of defense for dealing with difficult people, irritable people, toxic people. What is the first line of defense? Patience. This goes such a long way, guys. When you get into spirituality, working on being non-reactive, working on having a sense of humor, especially about this person you think you are, taking this person not so serious, developing non-reactivity, developing patience. This helps so much, I've noticed personally. I try to go about this life patient, non-reactive, and there's a reason for this. I've noticed so many times when someone's irritable, annoying, just showing them a bit of patience, being non-reactive, oftentimes helps so much. And why is this? Because look at yourself. I personally have known many examples in the past where I'm just having a bad day. I'm irritable. I'm snappy at people. And the people out there, if I've done that to them in the past and they're non-reactive, they're understanding, when I get home, I'm thinking, oh man, I feel so bad for doing that. But thank God they were understanding, because I was having a bad day. I didn't mean to take it out on them. But thank goodness there's people out there that are still kind and caring, understanding. And I'm only saying this because if we're experiencing this, of course everyone else is. Especially these days, so much loneliness, depression, cost of living, whether you're in Australia, America, all around the world. People are struggling, guys. There's so much stress these days. Once you see that your inherent nature is happiness, you realize that's the inherent nature of everyone. Everyone wants to be happy. But not everyone's spiritual. Not everyone knows that their inherent happiness is within. So the thing I found is patience goes so far. Just be non-reactive, patient. If they appear to be critical, don't take this person so serious. That's the whole point of spirituality. Seeing through the illusion of identity, realizing this person's a fiction. Don't take it so serious. This has helped me so many times, guys, seriously. If that doesn't work, if this person just say is aggressive or is intimidating, that's where the second lesson of Sri Ramakrishna comes in. There's a story, I'll let you Google it. If you Google hiss, don't bite, Sri Ramakrishna, it'll come up with a story. Basically, it's a story about a snake that was told, stop harming others, stop biting others, but it doesn't mean don't hiss at them. What does hiss mean? Make a show of anger, appear intimidating. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with giving the appearance of intimidation, looking or speaking in an intimidating way. That was hard to say. But deep down, having a soft heart, knowing that I'm only doing this to scare off people that don't get it. They keep pushing my buttons. You're just trying to scare them off, just like a snake. Hissing will scare people. It doesn't mean you have to bite them. This also reminds me of when I was younger, I was kind of into karate and judo, and I would read a lot of books. And I remember reading the founder of judo. He would teach his students, but he would want them to never use the judo. I think there was one student that actually was in a scenario where he needed to use the techniques. He used the judo moves he learnt, this student, and then this teacher cracked at him. He was so angry at him for using what he learnt in a situation that required him to do it. I think the teacher was upset because the student had the opportunity to run away, I think. and he didn't. Basically what they're saying in judo or any martial art, it was always about using this only if it was necessary, self-defense, if no other alternative was there. I mean, look at Shaolin monks. They're monks, Buddhist monks, that learn Kung Fu. There's nothing wrong with defending yourself, guys. There's nothing wrong with appearing intimidating. There's nothing wrong with learning to defend yourself. But you can do it in a way where you're just stopping the threat and then that's it. Once you're on the ground, you don't keep kicking them in the head, do you? You'll go to prison. If they're not allowing you to leave, you need to neutralize the threat and get out of there. So again, there's nothing wrong with defending yourself. There's nothing wrong with stopping bad people. Look at Gandhi. He overthrew the British Empire with non-violent resistance. He never hated the British, but he overthrew them. See? You can stop injustice. You can stop bad people, but not hate them. You can love everyone. Realize there's the one appearing separate. You can love everyone, but not like everyone on the level of appearance. So that's the second line of defense. Hiss, don't bite. Stand up for yourself, but don't take it too far. Once they're no longer a threat, you've done your job. So what's the third line of defense, guys? What's the third option? Most people, you can just be patient with them. Irritable, annoying people, be patient, have a sense of humor. They're probably having a bad day. That solves most problems. But if they're the type of person that's really in your face, that are threatening, that won't let you leave a scenario, hiss, but don't bite. You're free to use martial arts. There's no problem with that. Defend yourself. Yell at them, intimidate them. Fine, totally fine. Sri Ramakrishna is recommending this. What about the third type of person? The person that is so far gone. Toxic, narcissistic, maybe they have a mental illness. Avoidance. There's nothing you can do with some people. Avoid them. Sri Ramakrishna said, if you hug the tiger, it's going to hug you back and kill you. He said, see God in the tiger. See God in the charging elephant coming towards you. But that doesn't mean stand there and get trampled by the elephant. Get out of the way. See? Avoid these people. If it's a toxic boss, maybe consider changing jobs. If it's a toxic partner, of course, get out of there. Use common sense. Don't enable bad behavior. You need to use logic, common sense. So avoidance, hiss, don't bite, and patience. Guys, this will help you so much. And this is coming from Sri Ramakrishna. Many thought he was either an enlightened being or an incarnation of God. Even if you look at the Bhagavad Gita, where was that held on? Anyone that's not familiar with the Bhagavad Gita, it was held on a battlefield. Krishna, in the form of God, was counseling Arjuna, a warrior, who didn't want to fight this battle because he was fighting against his cousins and other people he loved. He thought, I can't fight this battle. He's a warrior. Krishna's telling him, look, you're a warrior. Your duty is to fight this battle. There's no getting out of it. Now, some people interpret this as the Bhagavad Gita encouraging violence. This battle was meant to represent life, the battles we all face in life. Krishna's saying, do your duty. Stop bad people. Arjuna said in the Bhagavad Gita, I don't want to fight this war. I would rather let them win and go off and be a monk. Krishna said, no. You're a warrior. Your job is to fight. Your job is to stop these bad people. These bad people are doing harm. He had a bad cousin, an evil cousin. So Krishna said, no, stop this bad act. You need to stand up for what is right. If you let the bad people win, you're going to be seen as a coward. He played on Arjuna's ego a bit. You're going to be seen as a coward and you're letting evil flourish. So guys, this is what they're saying in the Bhagavad Gita or Sri Ramakrishna himself. Stand up to bad people. Defend yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. You can do it out of a sense of love, not hate, which is what Gandhi did. He stood up to injustice. He didn't hate the British, but he stopped them. So to quickly review, guys, most of your problems will be solved in everyday life dealing with irritable and annoying people by just showing them some patience, non-reactivity. When you're calm and non-reactive, I've noticed it's kind of like a superpower. When you're calm, non-reactive, it kind of makes them calm and non-reactive. People kind of mirror you. If they're irritable and you get irritable, it heats up, doesn't it? And can explode. So patience, non-reactivity, calmness will deal with a lot of scenarios. Second line of defense, Hiss, don't bite. Stop the threat. Don't let people take advantage of you, walk all over you. Stop them, scare them, alarm them. But you can do so in a loving way. You can do so with a loving heart, just like parents do with their kids. Parents don't hate their kids, but they snap at them, startle them, to scare them, to stop them, even though it's coming from love. Third line of defense, avoidance. Try to avoid these people to the best of your ability. And if you can't, you need to find ways to get out of these situations. That's all you can do. There's no magical pill for that. So to quickly wind up this video, guys, spirituality isn't about being a limp-wristed pushover. It's about operating from the root of love, but that doesn't mean letting evil flourish, letting bad people take advantage of you. Operating from the root of love means I can see the divinity in the good person, in the bad person, in my friends, my family, in my enemies, in quotes. See the divinity in all. Treat life like God's movie. God's playing all the roles. Someone has to be the bad guy. Someone has to be the good guy. Treat it like a movie and realize it's their role to be the bad guy, my role to be the good guy. In your head, probably in their head, they're the good guy and you're the bad guy. But basically, you know what I'm saying? See the oneness in all, but realize oneness doesn't mean sameness. And deal with these appearances appropriately, using common sense and logic. All the while having love in your heart, not hate. That's all you need from this life. That's all they're saying in the Bhagavad Gita and Sri Ramakrishna. As always, guys, I hope this video helps. And I'll see you beautiful people in the next one. Take care.